equity-linked securities, ELS. Some retail investors have obviously, they bought the peak and are facing some losses. I know your bank has stopped selling securities. Can you just tell us why you stopped selling those securities? What was the rationale behind it? And do you actually see that as is it a temporary halt, or is that more until further notice?
We have stopped selling ELS, and it is a temporary suspension. We temporarily suspended the sales because public and media opinion in Korea right now regarding everything about ELS is bad. But it's a choice to be made by consumers. And there are actually many consumers who are asking about ELS over the counter, even now. So I think we should resume on a limited basis, depending on the atmosphere. But I think the way that we've been selling and the system for sales needs to be reviewed and improved. I think it can be seen as a short break.
How some of the products were sold and maybe some of the marketing information. Once you resume selling these products, do you see a need to change the way you've sold them to the public?
Most is being sold over the retail counter. But what I'm saying is that we could limit that and induce sale over a more specialized counter. We have a wealth management channel that we call PWM, and we're looking at conducting the sale via that counter. Asset allocation is the most important thing for general retail customers, and we're looking at ways to limit sales and encourage sale via counters where we can guide and consult to make sure that asset allocation is done correctly. We're looking at a lot of different things, and I think that's probably what we'll do.
As a final question on the ELS topic, are you expecting to are you expecting to settle anything? Do you expect a fine? Have you provisioned anything for compensation, for example, or is it too early to say at this juncture?
The authorities are doing on-site inspections now, and I think differences among banks will have to be sorted out. And once that is sorted out, I think we'll have to come up with a mutually acceptable solution.
Short selling ban in Korea, and you run a securities arm. And I'm wondering what you think about the optics that's sending to the world at a time when Korea wants to show it's opening up its financial system, its financial market, and becoming an international finance center.
I don't think the suspension of short selling will last long. And I don't think it will last long because the authorities also adhere to the principle that we need to allow investors to make decisions freely in order to move forward toward the global market. I think it is intended to complement the short selling system because there are incomplete features to the system, and there are some shortcomings that need to be addressed. Once completed, short selling should be resumed as soon as possible. It is most important to create an environment for investors to invest freely. But you can't continue to take something that has shortcomings. I think the inspection and supplementary work will be done quickly, and I believe authorities share that perception. Authorities will resume as soon as possible when those things are addressed. So I'm looking forward to that.
What's your sense on timing? So we know it's going to come. We know this is not permanent, but could you give us a sense of how long do we have to wait?
Actually, I think we need to complete some IT systems to improve the shortcomings that have been found now. And as for the timing of that, I think it will probably be resumed during the first half of this year.